Om Sai Ram. Now I am going to tell one of the Baba's Leela with our family. In 1977 or 78, I was in the final year of my medicine. I was studying. During that days, it happened that there was one Sai Baba Mandir, Mohite Baba Mandir in Zamburi Maidan at Worli. And at that time, they thought that they wanted to bring Baba's Paduka from Shirdi in that Baba Sahib Mohite Baba's Mandir. So they were contacting people from Shirdi. At that time, Shirdi Samsthan was under the court receiver. No trust body or no president was there. And the court receiver was not ready to give the Padukas or send Padukas to Worli. They came to my father and told, Anna, we want to bring Padukas from Shirdi, but they are not giving our permission to bring Padukas to Worli. So now you think. So father decided and told Sai Baba, Baba, that is up to you. I will make fast till Paduka come in Mumbai. And for further procedure, he went to Charity Commissioner office at Worli. At that time, he was a medical practitioner or insurance medical practitioner under ESI scheme. And he told me, till I come, you sit in my chair and see the patient. So I was sitting in the chair of my father, and one patient came. He had some problem with the ESI certificates. I looked after the paper and made some correction and gave it to him. The patient went away. After a few minutes, the ESI inspector came inside and he asked me, where is doctor? I told him that doctor has gone out for some work. Then he asked me, who are you? I told him that I am his son. Then he asked me, are you a doctor? I said, no, I am studying medicine. I am not complete doctor. Then he asked me, how you are sitting in the chair of insurance medical practitioner? While we were talking, my father came inside and I told him the incidents what happened before he entered this dispensary. Then father told him that I had been to Worli for some Sai Baba's work. Sorry that I was not there in time in insurance medical practitioner dispensary. So he said, doctor, this is an offense. You should be present during the particular time in the insurance medical practitioner dispensary. Now I have to report to my superiors about your mistake or offense, what you have done. Then the father took him just adjacent to a room, dispensary, and in that room, Baba's photo was there. Anna told him that, see Baba's photo with us and have a darshan of Sai Baba. So he came in that room in front of Baba's photo and he just have a darshan of Baba. At that time, at the side of the wall, there was one photograph of Gulab Baba. He saw that photo of Gulab Baba because he was from Nagpur side and he was knowing Gulab Baba. He asked my father, this is a photo of Gulab Baba. Father said, yes, this is Gulab Baba. He comes here in Kurla also. Then he went in the dispensary and said, doctor, I don't know this about this thing, but I am going to make a report of your offense. And then he went away. So we had a meeting. I told my father, we contacted somebody from the ESI office. Then he replied and he gave an answer that instead of reporting by him, you just confess your mistake, that what happened in your dispensary, and send that letter to ESI's office. So accordingly, I wrote the letter and confessed my offense, my father's offense, that he was not present during the ESI's hours, and sent a letter to the ESI's office. Next day morning, I think it was Saturday, at about 11:30, same inspector came to our dispensary. I took that inspector to my father. Then he stood in front of my father and told my father, Doctor, I was preparing the report of the incident happened in your dispensary to be submitted to the superior next day. After completing the report, I went to sleep, and during that sleep, Baba came in my dream and told me that don't report to superior. He is my son. In the next day morning, I tore that report and did not send to superior and came to you for the darshan of Sai Baba. Then I told him that you did not report to superior, but we have already confessed our offense to the office, and we have written a letter to the superior office that such and such incidents happen. When the inspector came, the doctor was not there in a dispensary. Since you did not report to superior, they will think that such a thing happened in the dispensary and such and such inspector did not report to superior. And they will think that you must have got bribe from the doctor, and because of that you did not report to the superior. So I told him about this thing. Then he replied, since Sai Baba protected you from this, Sai Baba will protect me also.